Okay, this is lesson 4.2, chapter 4, lesson 2. And we're just going to expand on what you've already done with solving equations. This time though, before we name the party goers, we're going to combine like terms or combine party goers that are alike. So for instance, here in example 1, this is called simplifying first because first we have to combine like terms. Some of you can see our like terms are 2x and 3x. So we have to combine our hosts into one host and our family party members here to get a total number of family party members. So I have 2 family members with one host and 3 with another. How many family members do I have altogether? That should be 5 with the host. Okay, so that's all this is. We're adding this one step to what you did yesterday. So, solution. Here we are. We combine our 2x and 3x to 5x. And of course, I know some of you are asking me, should I write this down? Yes, always the examples write down. Okay, you're going to write this down, write the solution, write the justification, which is in blue, for each solution. So we write the original equation first, then we combine the like terms, which are 2x and 3x, we get 5x. So now we have 5x minus 4 equals 11 after combining like terms. 2x plus 3x is 5x. Now I can name them. So I have a host here. I have family here. I have friends here. Who do I get rid of first? The friends. So the friends have to go first. We're subtracting 4. The inverse of subtraction is addition, so we're going to add 4 to both sides. So when we add 4 to both sides, on the left, negative 4 plus 4 is 0, so we just have 5x. And 11 plus 4 is 15. So we have 5x equals 15 on this side. Now, how do I get rid of the family? So what's the inverse of multiplication? Division. So you divide both sides by the same number, 5. If x is being multiplied by 5, how do I undo that multiplication? I divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. So x is by itself. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. So x is 3. So now x is by itself. We get a total for x, it's 3. So that means 5 times 3, because x is 3, minus 4 is 11. Check it. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 minus 4 is 11. Yes, that's true. It checks. Example 2. Solve negative 13 equals 3n plus 3 plus n. So, where's our host? We have one here and one here. We have to put them together, right? So that's what we're going to be doing down here in our solution. So, negative 13, write the original equation, equals 3n plus 3 plus n. Now what do? Combine like terms or combine our hosts. So we have 3n and n. So 3, and the invisible number here, remember, is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4, so we have a total of 4n. So after combining like terms, we have negative 13 equals 4n plus 3. So who do we have here? I'm just going to put abbreviations now. We have our host, we have our family, and we have our friends. Who do we get rid of first? The friends. So we add 3 to each side. Subtract 3. The inverse of addition is subtraction. How much am I adding 3? Then that's how much I subtract 3. If I do that here, then I have to do the same thing here. Now I know this is what's going to get some of you. So these get crossed off. And I have 4n by itself now. So now I have 4n by itself over here. Negative 13 minus 3. Some of you are forgetting how to do the subtraction of integers. If I have negative 13 and I'm subtracting even more, then I'm going to have even more of a negative number. So negative 16 is your answer here. So you subtracted 3 from each side. Now how do I get rid of this 4? What's the inverse of multiplication? Division. So how do I undo multiplication of 4? I divide by 4. If I do that here, then I also have to do that here. So negative 16 divided by 4 on both sides. Negative 16 divided by positive 4 is negative 4. So divide both sides by 4, and we have negative 4 is n. So again, in this problem, that means 4 times negative 4 plus 3 equals negative 13. This is negative 16 plus 3 equals negative 13. Yes, that's correct. Okay, so that one checks. Next, we're skipping example 3. We're going straight to guided practice here. Justify each step of the solution. This has already been done for us. You're just telling me what did we do here. So I want you to write down guided practice, justify each step. Number 1, 3x minus x plus 8 equals negative 16. What did I do here? All I did was write the original equation. Sorry, we're starting down here, I guess. Combine like terms. So this one was write original equation. Write original equation. Then I combine like terms. The like terms were 3x minus x. Remember there's an invisible 1 here. 3x minus 1x is 2x. So that's where I got this 2x from. Plus 8 equals negative 16. Write the rest of the equation. Now I have 2x equals negative 24. What did I do to get negative 24? What happened here? What did I get rid of? Looks like I got rid of that 8. How did you get rid of the 8? You must have subtracted 8 from both sides. So that's that step. Subtract 8 from each side. Next, x equals negative 12. Well, what did I do to do that? How did I get from 2x equals negative 2 to x equals negative 12, right? So I did have this. And now what did I do to get from there to here? Okay? I must have divided. X was being multiplied by 2, so I must have divided by 2, divide here by 2. So divide each side by 2 is what I did there. And that's how I got my answer. So we need to make sure we know how to justify the steps that we do. Okay? Next. Number 2, justify each step again. So we have an equation. Write the equation. 5x minus 7 minus 3x equals 9. So first I'm going to combine my like terms of 5x and 3x. What do I do? Well, what's before the 3x? Subtraction. I subtract. 5x minus 3x is 2x. So combine like terms is your first step. Then what do I do? 2x equals 16. How did I get that? Added 7 to both sides to get rid of the 7. And 9 plus 7 is 16. So that looks right. Add 7 to both sides. Now what did I do to get from 2x equals 16 to x equals 8? Looks like I divided both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I have x by itself. And 16 divided by 2 is 8. So divide both sides by 2. And to get x equals 8. Next one. Justify each step again. Combining like terms is always first. So I have 5x and minus 2x. 5x minus 2x is 3x. So I combine like terms. Again, just write everything down. I'm not going to go through and highlight everything. Just make sure you write everything down. And then negative 6 equals 3x. What did I do here? looks like I did the opposite of addition, which is subtraction, and we have 11, so I subtracted 11. Well, if I did that here, then I had to do that here too. So 5 minus 11 is negative 6, and 11 minus 11 is 0, so I have 3x by itself, so I subtracted 11 from each side. And then how did I get from negative 6 equals 3x to negative 2 equals x? Well, I have multiplication here, so I need to divide by the same number I'm multiplying by. Then I have to do the same thing here. Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. So I divide each side by 3. Next. Now let's do this one. So first again, combine like terms. 4x plus 5x is 9x. The rest of the problem stays the same. Minus 10 equals 35. So that was combine like terms. Next, I have subtraction here. The inverse of subtraction is addition. Add. And I get rid of this one first because it's a friend. Family goes last. Add 10. So just in case those of you who need it, I have a host, I have family, and I have friends. Who goes first? The friends do. So we get rid of the friends first. Okay? So this is add 10 to each side. So 35 plus 10 is 45. This is 0 and 9x. Now what do? I have multiplication here. The inverse of multiplication is division. I divide by the same number I'm multiplying by. Then I have to do the same thing here. So divide both sides by 9. 9 divided by 9 is 1. X is by itself. 45 divided by 9 is 5. X equals 5. Again, combine the hosts first, so we combine like terms. 6x minus 3x is 3x. Plus 2 equals negative 4. So first, combine like terms. Next, I have family and I have friends. Get rid of the friends first. So adding 2, the inverse is subtraction. Subtract the same number you added, 2. Then I have to do the same thing on the other side. These are 0, so I have 3x equals negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6. This was subtract 2 on both sides. Now, divide both sides by 3. This is just x. Negative 6 divided by 3 is negative 2. So again, divide both sides by 3. And your answer is negative 2. Okay? And our last problem is number 6. 10x plus 6 minus x equals 33. So again, first we're going to combine like terms. So let's find them. We have 10x and we have minus x. So 10x minus x, don't forget that there's an invisible 1 as the coefficient in front of that x. And when you combine them, 10x minus 1x is 9x. Write the rest of the problem, plus 6 equals 33. So your first step was to combine like terms. Whoop, sorry, I forgot the R. All right, the next step now, what do we have here? So we have a host. Here's our host. Here's our family. And here's our friends. Who do we want to get rid of first? Always the friends. So in order to get rid of the friends, what are we doing here? We're adding 6. We have to think what's the inverse of addition, subtraction. So we know we need to subtract. How much? The same that's being added, 6. okay? If you do that to one side, the property of equality tells you have to do the same thing to the other side, so we're going to subtract 6 over here as well. When we subtract 6 on the left, we get 0, so we have 9x. And 33 minus 6 is 27. And then, what did you do here? You subtracted 6 on both sides. And now for our last step, we need to get rid of our family here of 9. 9 is being multiplied by x. The inverse of multiplication is division, so we divide both sides again because of the property of equality. Tells us we have to. Divide by the same number you're multiplying by, which is 9, so then you need to divide over here also by 9. 9 divided by 9 is 1, or just x, and 27 divided by 9 is 3. So now you've divided both sides by 9. And our final answer, x equals 3. You're done for the night? Make sure you have your notes ready for me in the morning. Thank you and